FRT Dongle, the mother, was a useful and important producer. Frankly, the strong dongle Penji was a lot, especially with Xiaomi devices and Oppos, but his support was gradually stopped to some extent. He stopped completely and came out of the GSM market calmly and entered the department of dead products. At that time, I worked a full post on the issue of the disappearance of the dongle suddenly from the market and explained the most important information about the problem. This topic is complete in describing the video, so you know all the details, and at all, let you be a judge and go down to the channel and do the bell so that all the new videos will receive you. Boss, teacher in the cam, a week who missed the back of a new product, most of the software, and the software technicians, link between him and Dongle, the mother RT, and they say they are one team. And they went down posters and comics, seeing it, and I was frankly from them. What is this new product? CG Erblich. The new product, sir, is Flash Repair Tool, or what is called FRT, and in this video, I will tell you the most important information about the FRT tool. Perhaps you are correct with me, so I will divide this video on a consecutive points. In the beginning, we will know the most important information and details about the FRT tool, and the processors and backed processors are. We will know when the tool appeared inside the GSM market on the most important forums, and then I will share with you some of the negatives that I saw on the official website of the tool, and after that we will know the ways to activate the tool. Because later, if you like it, and finally, we will try to search for answers to an important topic, and it is for the software and the technicians of the software, Lord. Between the FRT tool and the dongle MRT, and who says they are developed by the MRT team, the name can be similar. Okay, we will see us, so we start with the first point, which is that we know the most important information about and support the FRT tool. And because Najib is the information from its source, so we go to the official website of the tool, and here at the beginning we will find a brief definition of the tool and its uses. If we come down a little, then I will find here a group of operations that are supported by the tool, such as the flashing operations, format, party, and overcoming the protections, and the rest of the famous software operations. Under Shui, we will find the new and added features of the last update of the tool, and the point in particular, we will return to it, because I have some notes on it, and under Shui, we will find pictures and sugar for a set of operations of the tool. Whether the processing or bypassing protections, and if we get up above in our spirit is the valuation of the treatments or the back shipsty supporting the tool here, then I will find that the tool is supporting a different shapsta group and what is marginalized MTK. Although the tool is supposed to support MediaTek treatments, because we will find all the processors supported here. Whether MediaTek processors or Sprace processors, and if we go to the sections of the sorts on the site here, you will find a group of video explanations for different operations on the tool, and you can see them so that you can know how to work on them. With different bondies, this was the most important information available about the tool from within the official website here and in the view of the site's link in the video description. Okay, let us move to the second point and know when the tool has appeared in the GSM market. Boss, teacher, if we refer to the official website here in our spirit and pressed on join support, and this will turn us on the site support page on Telegram, so not to notice now with me the date of the establishment of the channel. It is the month of 11 of 2024, and the number of users joining the channel is about 500 or 600 users only. More importantly, we will find here only 2 links to the tool updates and with different versions in addition to links to second products, SMA Plus and Bandora. Of course, there is usually a professional team that works like this and does not raise versions of other tools other than its tool. They were working on free versions, and most importantly, we knew that the official channel was created from a month, but there is no interest in it, even though it is supposed to support the official support for the tool. And whoever is the link is located within the official website. Good, let us go to other sources, and we will see, and I can see the information from its source, so we depend on the best of the large forums. The most important of them, of course, the Horsjing forum and the limit of this video. But I was searching, I met a single post from a member inside the Horseman. from the tool team, and I carried this version, so we can try it together and see. The tool was occupied after decoding it. Then I wrote the entry information, and who was located inside a file that you will find with the tool after the pressure. After that I tried to register, but unfortunately, I made a mistake that the contact is closed and prohibited, and it means that the free version and the virtual registration information I stood up and did not work. It was prevented and prohibited from the database. I mean, there is no free version of the tool, and this is for the hosting forum, which is not the tool, which is not a scrub, a drawing on it, as we said, through which we can determine the date of its appearance. Okay, let us go to the second market, which is the Market MRT forum. If we went to the forum and we went to its division of the software and the hardware products, so I will meet a section here in the name of FRT Tool, and this is the official section designated for the tool inside the market. And if we enter the tool section, then you will find a set of simple topics, which always will be for the subjects of the members, such as the method of activation, the method of use, and the latest issues of the tool and other topics. And notice with me here the date of writing all these topics, so you will find it yesterday, I mean from one day, but this date from the time of recording the video, I mean, it is not the date of uploading it and publishing it because we uploaded the video after the recording of you a day. Okay, this information will help us in what? Boss, teacher, we will know that the tool is not new, and it is not a shopping or by doing advertising for itself, and therefore it is not a lot of official worker within the market, as evidenced by the date of adding topics within the tool section here. Also, the absence of any official section of the tool on the Horsting forum, but this is not a final scale that we can depend on because it contains a lot of working for a long time and there is no official sections on the hosting brand. But in general, we have seen that there is sufficient attention to the performance and also in it floundering in the updates and lack of interest in official support channel. Okay, that we knew almost the time of the tool in the market official. This means that it is not a long time, and because it can be a longer period of time, but with free versions, as we have seen, and then I did not have a professional worker, and she has no sections inside the market. Okay, let us go to the point after that, which is if they share some of the negatives that I saw during a research on the subject of the tool, and the first negative point I accepted inside the official tool site is the difference in the issues of the tool inside the site. So, let us go back to the official website again and go to the official download values inside the site, which we will have an app and a definition of the tool. Also, the steps for downloading and installing, this is an ordinary thing, and most often do all the tools, but focus with me. It is a single version of the 2.5.5, such. And we went down a little, so the release of the version that exists here is one version of point, which will be visible, which is supposed to be the last update available from the tool, and of course this is the first difference I noticed here inside the official website. As for me, it was a negative point, because it dispersed the user between different versions, and therefore the supposed user will carry an end in them, I am not known to be frankly. And the second negative point I accepted with a pleasure inside the site is that when I returned to the download page again and carried the last version of the tool, which is the available version here, and then it was clicked about it. And I installed it on the computer in a normal way, and then I occupied it and the information was logged in and wrote the virtual information. What is the username admin and the password from one of the 6 and the G is an entry, but I have a mistake in the password, what is the problem? And of course I hear you, professor, and you say in your secret, oh son, you are read, the tool remained paid, and with reason, you will not register with you entering the virtual information, which was prevented and warned it, as you yourself. I will tell you, thankful, but I am not going to write this information from my brain, because if you returned with me to the download page, the one who carried the update from it and I went down with me under a little, so you will find the default registration information that I wrote here. Because it is present here within the steps of installation and operation, which of course is supposed to be correct, and therefore the problem from them is not from me because you are like the tool team. If you stood up the free version sincere and warned the free default, and all the question is complete. Why is this information? Consequently, it was necessary for the team, which worked on the site, solving all the problems. This is a negative need that I accepted inside the official website, and I hope that they fix this mistake at the fastest time. Okay, let us go to the point after that, which is that we know the ways to activate the FRT tool, and this is in the event that you have seen its support, for example, or you like it for any reason. And I wanted to do it and work on it, so let us explain the method of activation. Yapasha, in more than a way you can do the FRT tool in the first method, which is the application for activation from within the official website. I mean, if we return to the official website of the tool, and we got up and pressed on order, as the site will transform us on the page of the method of requesting the activation of the tool, and you will find the link to communicate on WhatsApp to request the activation. Also, you will find the address of the USDTT portfolio in the event that you want to turn to the participation of digital currencies ZDT and ZE, what you see, and you can activate. FRT tool here inside the official website has a price of $40, and it is a subscription for a year, but it will always be the price here is dear, and you want the cheapest price of course. So it takes us to the second method, and the cheapest is a little, which is that if you like to do the tool, then you will communicate with us on the services of Joker Soft. Or you will communicate with anyone who provides the services of the software on the social media and asks him to activate, and then he follows the order with you, and he will tell you the steps. And if you are subscribed to any service server, you can ask for activation yourself. This happens when you go to the server that you are working on, and you will feel in it for a tool and appear for you. Activating the tool, as you see this, then you can press the activation. Then you will write here the number of activations you need. Whether you need to activate 1, no 2, or more. Of course, everything that supplies the number of activations, the amount and the price will increase with you, but you will write the number 1. And you will wait a little to the extent that it ends and succeeds, and then it will be with you the activation of the tool. You will need a little in countries. When you ask for activation, you will go after it and occupy the latest version of the tool, and when the program is working, you will press create account or create an account to show you the registration window. And you will write in it the name of a user of your choice, and you will write a password from your choice, and you will write here the activation code that reached you when I bought the activation in the ways that we explained from a little. When you write all the information, you will click on a registration, so that your account is registered on the tool, and then you will be able to register on the tool with your account information. And I use all the operations on it, and I did not record an account on the tool until now, because I am not trying it to myself in my actual work. Because I am waiting for a little to some extent, I see the world, going to where it is with it, and I am waiting for updates and support from the tool, which is not available and available on other tools, so that I have a reason that I do it. And who will work on the tools that exist for me and who supports the same operations and treatment, and keep in mind that if you are not registered or active to you, you will either find most of the operations that are hidden and not activated, or back and activated, but not working. I mean, you will not be able to use it without activating. Okay, let us go to the last point with us, and who are very young, you want to know is the monster from Danny. What is the relationship of the FRT Dongle tool, the bidder, and is the developer of Dongle, the same are the developers of the FRT tool, but you do not want to say, I will not make me the question, answer your sovereignty. So, let's stay looking at these questions in this preacher, and at first, we want to know the country of each team, because mostly the country's country will not change. I mean, for example, if the tool team is Chinese, then all of its products will be its country, China, and this is by default, but it is not a general rule for everyone, so we are looking for now on the issue of this country. We go to the hosting forum and go to the sections of the software products on it. Of course, we will not find a section dedicated to the mother's paint, because it stopped from a long time like what we said. If we descended a little in our spirit to the department of dead products, which are sufficient for updates and support, then inside the department here we will find dozens of tools, luxes and add-ins, which are sufficient for support and have become dead products. And if you look at all the products, then you will think of many memories with them, and your tears will come down to the money that went on many products. Inside the Department of the Dead, we will find the MRT section, so we will enter the face of the department, and of course, we want to know the nationality and country of the team, which will be its members inside the department. Or at least, how many of them are for marketing and modernization purposes. We descend under sincere, so we can see the supervisors of the dongle section here. They are the two of us who are in front of us, so we entered Burful each one in them, and the first one is supervising the department, not the director of the product, the location, and the place in the club of Clabia. And the second brother, if we entered his profile with a consultation, then he will meet him, just a supervisor of the department, and we will find his location and location inside Astoria or Austria. But we are banned according to the developers and the actual staff of the product. I am not an ordinary supervisor, like those who missed, so I can find a place and a position inside the country. They are crowds, Austria and Indonesia. I mean, there is no one country with their gathering, all of them are good. Let us go to the Mart View Forum, and we go to the High Dongo section and see the most important supervisors and officials inside the section here. And who have topics installed inside the department, and the first one in them is the caravan of the profile with his own, and it is not apparent any information about him, but if we go to the second person, then he is the project manager or the broadcast manager. This is what we want, but unfortunately, I am not a writer of any information about him or about the country and the location in which he is currently. And the last one in them, this is not a direct official, and we will meet the country, and the site is in Pakistan, and now we will be well in the most reliable sources. And I don't know most of the Boxat and Bongs teams by hiding their information. Why are you afraid of what I do? Okay, let us try another need that can benefit us. It is that we use artificial zakat. And we go for the teacher, the GBT chat, we ask him, and we tell him what is the country of the private team, Dongo, and we look at a little, and we see the answer. Here, two answers appeared to us for the question, and the first answer, telling us that the information indicates that the Dongle team is from China and is a different country that is pure from the countries that we have seen before that, and the second answer is not any information about the country. So, we can reach one country or one site for the whole team or most of it, and of course it is not necessary every time they are from the same country or within the same site. Because we know, of course, that people can work with them online from different places and sites, as we have seen through our goodness, and we met that they are all inside countries and sites different from each other. Okay, this is for the mother's mother, and the team based on it, which we can determine exactly his country or its current location. Come on, we will do the same topic and search for a country and the site of the FRT Tool team, and of course we will go to the Tool section of the MartView forum. This is because the official section of the official department is now on the hosting forum. As usual, we will go to the officials page here within the department, and who is the author of the installed topics, which is the project manager or the broadcast manager for the tool. And we will meet the country and the location of its apparent, and it is the state of Indonesia. As you see this, I mean, mostly, the tool is the team from the country. Or at least one of the team and the time after I searched in some of the available sources, as we did not see, so you did not meet the same country or the same location between the producers. Next we have different countries and sites, and we do not scratch. Okay, why is the user destination, teacher? Because it is customary that all products of the same team are mostly with one design or a similar design, as we do not see in the destinations of some products. For example, all programs of Acto+ products are similar because they are the same team, as well. And whoever is satisfied with the shape and design with simple differences, so let us apply the same principle on MRT and the FRT tool. If we went to the direction of the FRT tool program, it is a modern destination and its design is light, and it can be firm and fast to the Windows environment. But if we try to compare it to the direction of the Dongle MRT program, then it is at first sight, you will know that there is no similarity between them in design, even if a simple, because MRT is frankly, it was a very despicable destination. There was no respectful and professional creativity or design. Even the code writing, the process of entering the same operations is different between them. And you feel that the entering of operations is close to Merkle box, may God have mercy on him. So, you can compare him, for example, with the face of the Merkle box, because they are close and similar in form and design. As for the destination of the FRT Tool program, we can compare it to the AMT Tool program because they are similar in the style of the destination, which is characterized by ease, speed, and stability. Okay, what does it mean? This means that it is not a convergence and similarity in the design of the user interface and has differences between them in form and design, as we have seen, and accordingly, they are different in the country and the location of the team itself. It is also different in the shape and design of the user interface, and therefore after searching in some differences between them, as we have seen, I do not know why some of the software link them together. And they say that they are for the same team as a kind of sarcasm, for example. He has evidence from documented sources saying that they can be one team. Virat, who shares us in the comments under. We knew with some of the most important information about the FRT tool, which you can need to know, and we have tried to answer the software questions regarding the tool and its association with Dongle MRT, and you also tell me in the comments, you think about all the point that we engraved in this video, and is the tool really useful, not just its difference, the sweetness of the beginnings and salvation, and with the passage of time. She will be like a lot of tools. Just like that, and of course, if I benefited from the explanation, you would not forget to support us, and you will subscribe to the channel and do the bell so that all the new videos will receive the first. Paul Salam.